We continue with that story. The News 24 investigative journalist Jeff Wicks has been covering this case and others related to it for months now. He joins us now live for more details on this. A very good morning to you, Jeff. Thank you so much for making time for us this morning. So 4 suspects that have been connected to the murder of a DJ Sumbody, and one of them is alleged to be a mastermind. You have been doing some digging even before this particular arrest. Speak to us about the work that you've uncovered.
Yes, good morning, Alvin. Thank you for having me. So, when we think about this case, and, it requires a bit of clarity from your reporter earlier. The whistleblower was not working for Transnet. It's a bit more complex than that, but it pertains to a Transnet whistleblowing report about tender price inflation. And the supposed mastermind and the 3 alleged triggermen were arrested on that matter in April last year and December as regards the mastermind, or the alleged mastermind. But, this case has been central to Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi's claims of capture and the infiltration of both the police and the police ministry by supposed drug cartels and underworld actors. This essentially is the case which started it all, because elements of the political killings task team were deployed to Gauteng to assist with this. And they assisted because the team investigating this matter in Johannesburg had run into incredible obstacles in trying to effect their work. Amongst those obstacles was interference from top police officers. And this sort of speaks to the base issue that Mkhwanazi revealed during his press conference. Now, obviously, one of the key figures in this is the supposed mastermind. He's a Sandton businessman, Katiso Jakatet Molefe. He's known as KT, and he's the alleged mastermind in the Transnet whistleblower killing from Vereniging. And now we've seen him garner some more charges in respect of this cold case of Mr. Sofoko or DJ Sumbody.
Yeah, and that's the thing about this particular case is in the press briefing, Lieutenant General Nhlanhla Mkhwanazi mentioned that the firearms that was used in, I guess, the case of Ahmed Swart was used in the killings of other individuals and other celebrities, he said at the time. So we understand from your investigation, at least, that the hitmen would have been contracted hitmen. How sure are we, because of the firearms that was used in that particular hit, that it would have been the same person that would have contracted these individuals for the hit of DJ Sumbody?
So we know that the guns in this saga tell a story. The guns are the golden thread that link the murder of Armand Swart in Vereniging, the attempted assassination of Tebogo Tobejane, and now, of course, Opa Sefoko, DJ Sumbody. So the guns are the common thread, but that is not the only evidence that police have managed to gather. And that evidence alone would be on shaky ground. But there is a glut of evidence, both digital and forensic evidence and ballistic evidence, that's been brought to bear. And we've seen it in the case against Swart. And it was a remarkable thing in the South African context, because we're quite used to scenarios where people are assassinated. In best case scenario, the Izinkabi or the hitmen are arrested and charged, but then we never hear anything about the paymaster. And what's remarkable about the Swart's case is that that team managed to unravel the entire murder value chain and indict them and set down a trial date within a year. And that's remarkable. It's remarkable when we consider other high-profile assassinations which have just been left to rot and have been forgotten. So it is critically important, because it speaks to the sort of the genesis of a dire faction fight within the uppermost ranks of the police, and a fight for survival when you've got Mkhwanazi robing himself as a whistleblower and making these claims that he will stand up against crime. Now we see action become, or now we see his words becoming action, because he was resolute then that the team would continue. And it appears that, they have done that work.
Yeah. And finally, has the motive been established as yet? Do you know from the investigation? Of course, DJ Sumbody was the co-owner of Ayep Yep Lifestyle Lounges. Is there any clarity of what the connection could have been and what would have motivated the alleged mastermind to contract hitmen to make sure that they assassinated DJ Sumbody?
Nothing is apparent at this point, but when you consider DJ Sumbody's role in society, he was a business owner. He's obviously someone with a lot of access to money, and the nightlife courts controversy. We've seen it time and time again, and we've also seen a swathe of assassinations of DJs and musicians, and he fell into that trope. Arguably, he was the most high-profile killing amongst that cohort of human beings, but it's promising now that we see more than 2 years on this case being brought to court. And it gives some modicum of hope for Mr. Sofoka's family, who I would assume have been waiting for this moment for a very long time.